Get everything straight.
Yeah, beautiful. 됐어요? Hello everyone, you're watching Global Leaders Network Win TV. I'm your host, Yesayun. There are many leaders globally in areas such as government, nonprofit organization, business, art industry, education, and etc. Global Leaders Network invites these leaders and shares their wonderful stories. Today, I invited Mayor from Arlington Heights, Tom Hayes. How are you today?
I'm great, thank you. How are you?
Good, good. But am I pronouncing your name correctly?
Hayes.
Hayes, I'm sorry.
Right.
Yeah, Tom Hayes. Mayor, introduce who you are and what you do for the city and also population of Arlington Heights.
Okay. Well, I'm Tom Hayes, Mayor or Village President of Arlington Heights. I've been on the village board for almost 29 years now. So before I was mayor, I was a village trustee, a member of the village board for 22 years. And so I'm in my 7th year as mayor in my 2nd term. And so I've got another couple of years left on this term. So at the end of that, it'll be about 30 years total on the village board. We've got a mayor and then 8 trustees that comprise our village board of 9 members. So Arlington Heights is a prominent community in the state of Illinois and in the Chicagoland area. We're actually a very big community. Many people don't realize that we're the 15th biggest community in the state of Illinois. So we've got almost 76,000 residents, and we're 7 miles from north to south. So we're very big in terms of our population, as well as our geographic area. So we're really the biggest northwest suburb in the city of Chicago, and again, one of the biggest communities in the state.
I see, I see. How can we differentiate Arlington Heights from other cities? And also, can we talk about the ethnicity and actually the village of Arlington Heights?
Right. As of 2010, which was the last time a formal census was taken, we had about 10% of our population was Asian. And so a big portion of that is the Korean population. And so we've got a very good relationship with our Asian community, particularly our Korean Americans, our Japanese Americans. I go to a lot of events for a lot of our different ethnic groups here in the village of Arlington Heights. And so we consider them to be a big part of our community. But Arlington Heights is really set apart just, again, in terms of our size, but also our reputation. I think we have a very good reputation in terms of our inclusivity of all ethnic groups and interest groups, and try to assimilate them into our community and make them feel a part of our community. And so I think that's one thing that really sets Arlington Heights apart.
Right, right. By the way, there's a Mitsuwa. In Arlington Heights, also several Asian stores like H Mart, and I believe that other Asian stores, Korean stores too.
Right. Yeah, they're a big part of our community, and I'm approving new stores coming into town all the time that are Asian, and so we very much appreciate their business here in Arlington Heights.
I don't live in Arlington Heights, but I love this city because it's very clean.
It is, yeah. We pride ourselves on a lot of things. One of the things is the appearance of our community. And our residents, we're primarily a residential community. We do have a lot of businesses, but we're primarily a single-family residential community. And our homeowners take a lot of pride in their property and really spend a lot of time making sure that the grass is cut and their houses are painted and in good repair. And that's because people love living in Arlington Heights, and they really take a lot of pride in their property.
I see, I see. How can we improve this city?
Well, I ask our residents and our businesses all the time to contribute in one way or another. And so everyone's got their own special talents, God-given talents. And so you don't have to be the mayor or an elected representative, either on the village board or the school board or the park district or the library boards. But everyone has a talent that they can give back to their community in one way or another. And so that's another thing that really sets Arlington Heights apart, is so many people are willing to give back their time and talents to the community that they live in. And that can be as an elected member of a governmental body, or as an appointed member of one of our boards or commissions, or as a volunteer. We have so many people that volunteer one way or another, and that could be teaching Sunday school, or coaching one of our Little League teams, or volunteering at one of our senior centers or healthcare facilities. So there's many, many ways to contribute to the quality of life that we enjoy in Arlington Heights, which I always say is second to none. And that's how we can continue to improve our community, by everyone giving back whatever it is they have to contribute in one way or another.
I see, I see. What is your vision for this city then?
Well, again, I consider Arlington Heights to be primarily a single-family residential community. And I'm very proud over the past 29 years or so that I've been on the village board of the reputation that we've earned and achieved as a family-oriented community. And so I'm very protective of that reputation, and I think we've done a good job of protecting it and preserving it in a number of different ways. And so we provide a lot of things for our families, high-quality schools, high-quality services, but also a lot of very strong churches in the village of Arlington Heights. So we're a faith-based community, which I think is very important. And so that's my vision, really, of Arlington Heights, is for it to be, as President Reagan, and it actually goes back to biblical times, a shining city on a hill. Jesus actually said that in the Sermon on the Mount. And so I really consider, and it's a lofty goal, I admit that, but I really consider Arlington Heights to be a shining city on the hill. And so I'm doing all I can as mayor to help preserve and protect that. And I really do think our residents are helping in whatever way they can to achieve that goal.
I see. This is another question that I have, but maybe you can answer this. A lot of people think that we should separate churches from state. What do you view on that?
Well, legally, we are required to do that. The separation of church and state is, a fundamental principle in our constitutional law. But that doesn't mean we have to divorce our personal beliefs from our roles in government, for example. So I believe I'm a Christian myself, and so I take my personal Christian beliefs into my role as government, and I factor that into my decision-making process. So I don't think that's what they're talking about in terms of separation of church and state. What it really means is that the government cannot sponsor any particular religion. And so the Village of Arlington Heights, for example, can't sponsor a Christian religion or Muslim or Islam or anything like that. But we can support all of our churches, whatever denomination they are, because they all do good work in one way or another. And so that's really what I envision as the separation of church and state.
I see. It's a good answer, by the way.
Oh, thank you. Thank you.
I wanted that answer so badly, you know.
Thanks.
Then having a good leader is what everyone wants, right? But you're a great leader, by the way. But what is your view? They're having some kind of traits, right? What's your opinion? And then what kind of traits are, being a good leader?
Well, a good leader, I think, one is very highly respected by the people that they lead. And so that's first and foremost one of the qualities. But in order to earn that respect, I think you have to do a lot of things, and that's incorporate all of the people that are under your leadership into the team. And so I've always advocated a team approach to local government. And so we try to get everybody to feel that they're a part of the team, whether they're a resident or a business, to feel that their role is important in what they do and what they contribute to our community. And to make sure that they understand that we will listen to any ideas that they have to make our community better. And finally, I think the most important leadership trait is that as a leader, you should not care who gets the credit. I think a lot of our bad leaders are always looking for accolades on themselves, that they want to get the credit for accomplishments of the organization that they lead. I think it's just the opposite. A good leader should not care who gets the credit. If it's someone else who gets the credit, or a group that gets the credit, and not them personally, I think that's great. Because the most important thing is to accomplish the goals and objectives of the organization. And that's really the most important role of a leader, is to make sure that the goals and objectives are accomplished.
I know you're a busy man, but what do you do when you have a spare time?
Well, I spend a lot of time running. I'm a runner. And so I am training now for my 34th marathon, 26.2 mile marathons. And so I'll be running my 21st Chicago marathon here the second week of October. And I've also run 13 Boston marathons. And so I've been doing that for pretty much all my life, my adult life. And so it's a good way to stay in shape, but it also is a good stress reliever. So I run in the morning generally when it's dark out, and so it's a very quiet time, very peaceful time where I can think about things and really formulate some thoughts and my plan for the day. And so that's one of the things that I do for fun and recreation. But I'm also a big baseball fan. And so I'm a big Cub fan. I like to follow the Cubs and go to baseball games. And my big hobby right now is collecting old baseball cards, primarily from the 1965 year. That's when I was 9 years old, and I collected baseball cards at that time. And now I'm trying to recreate a whole set of 1965 Topps baseball cards. So if any of your viewers have some spare 1965 Topps baseball cards, please contact me, and I'd be happy to talk to you about purchasing some of those.
And someone will contact you.
Okay.
I'm pretty sure.
All right.
Then, you're so funny. I actually forgot my next question, but it's okay. What is a success to you, and what is happiness? What brings you happiness, I mean?
Well, success is, again, as I said, when we achieve, either I personally or when the organization that I am involved in achieves a goal or objective. So I'm very goal-oriented. I've got a military background. I went to the United States Military Academy at West Point, and so I served 22 years in the Army. And as a result of my military background, we're always focused on the mission and accomplishing the mission. And the mission could be, a big, huge mission, or it could be a very small mission, and very small goals or objectives. And so my day consists of a number of different goals and objectives. Getting through this interview successfully is an important thing to me, and making sure that what I say is reflective on our community as a good community. And so that brings me happiness, is when I can accomplish my mission in a positive way and impact others in a positive way. And so I get the most happiness in my job as mayor when I can solve somebody's problem. And so a lot of people think that all they have to do is call the mayor and I can solve their problem. Maybe they didn't get a lot of success down at the lower levels, but if I contact the mayor, maybe he can solve my problem. And sometimes I can, and that brings me a lot of happiness, but sometimes I can't for whatever reason. Maybe it costs too much money to do what they want to do, or it's going to adversely impact their neighbor or someone else in the community. Or maybe we've done it before and it just wasn't successful. So there's a number of reasons why I have to tell people no sometimes. And that's unfortunate. That's the worst part of my job, when I have to tell somebody no, that I can't help them solve their problem. But that's part of the job. But the majority of my day is filled with success and happiness because I can solve their problems.
I see. Thank you so much. Do you have any comments toward our audiences today?
No, just thank you for being part of our community. Again, the Asian community is so important to the Village of Arlington Heights. We very much appreciate their partnership with us in enhancing the quality of life that we enjoy. And it's great to incorporate different ethnicities and cultures into Arlington Heights. Again, it's a very important part of what we have to offer here as a family-oriented community. And so, again, we would ask your viewers to continue to contribute to Arlington Heights in whatever way they can. And we very much appreciate their partnership.
Thank you so much for coming to our station today.
My pleasure. Thank you for having me.
Thank you for watching Global Leaders Network. If you want to watch this again, you can visit our website and YouTube. And don't forget to subscribe us. And I want to see all of you next Thursday, 9 p.m. Until then, have a blessed week. Bye-bye, everyone. It's really hot over here.
It is.